Hello, welcome back. I don't know why you're here. I don't know why I'm here other than the usual. Two people had a very irresponsible night several years ago, and now I exist. So. But in keeping with the background music being nice and chill, we've got some of the ones you'll probably start out with in-game. So, with Inugami and the Mujou brothers. Now, as normal, grade 5s, and as far as I remember, all of these are fully skilled up and fully leveled in the souls I have. So, let's have a little look here, shall we? We'll start with, of course, Inugami here, who I've named Ronin Inugami, and, of course, has the Secret Soul skin. One day I'll learn how to speak English. Today is not that day. This Inugami uses as you can see again, fully skilled. Here, the Heart Strike. I love that he says on guard. Protection. And Sword Flurry. I love Inugami. He's our best boy. But this one, of course, uses the Shadow Soul Set with some Odokuro for a little extra oomph. And, oomph. Trio of attacks here. And here. Here. And here. This basically focuses on boosting his crit and crit damage as well as his attack. As you can see here, this beautiful Odokuro here. And of course this one. He's meant to basically... This was actually the first one I got with this particular soul set, and he carried me through a sizable chunk of the main game. So this is actually a very good set. Boosting crit, crit damage, and attack. It makes for a lovely DPS, don't you think? Now, on to the second one here, Chef Inu. My cat's just making noises again. The Chef Inu here uses, of course, another crit boosting set of souls with some more attack. In this case, the Seductress souls. Now, I'll admit some of these Seductresses aren't the best I could have. This one, of course, boosts crit to the as high as I can get it. Stop that. But, I mean, he does very nice. And as we all know, Seductress is literally one of the most versatile souls in the entire game. Now again, Soul Taker's here for its boost. People who've seen my others, I love Soul Taker, personally. But this one, of course, just uses, of course, Seductress, and Soul Taker is just there for its attack booster. Overall, not bad. I mean, that is some good crit. And the crit damage is about even with my other Inugami. Now, Inugami number 3 here, the Fire Inu, makes use of a counterattack of Scarlet with a little crit booster. Jesus Christ, why are you here? Street silly cat. You think I should have a cat. I guess you don't like me talking about dogs, even though I have a dog. Anyway, the Scarlet sets are all about attack, for the most part. Well, attack and crit. I mean, I had to make up for some things. But of course, this is meant to just have a good attack boost and add some extra oomph to his countering ability, because we all know what he does when he's protecting somebody. It makes for some evil fun, let me tell you. Scarlet, to make him basically just a constant counterattacker, is very fun. Now, moving away from our best boys, we go into the brothers, Kuro Mujou and Shiro Mujou. Now, this one is the first one I had, and in his case, I did go with mostly a bit of crit and a lot of attack. Mostly because I was trying to take advantage of his abilities. I mean, you have to admit, this is a lot of fun. Process, death sentence. I mean, he gets... Basically, his abilities do focus a lot on crit and attack, so I did try to boost those, but with a heavier focus on attack. Hello, you and your existence. So, of course, we have Shadow, again, highly versatile soul, and Watcher. Now, the Watchers could be a little bit better, I will admit, but I really do like how this came out. This came out quite glorious. And fun. Emphasis on fun. Now, the second one here, as you saw me before I used Watcher, I actually was curious on going more attack heavy. A little more attack heavy, and I do love Watcher souls. So, not as much as some of the others, but it's still good. So, of course, this one, again, focusing on the attack, the crit. Mostly because I've actually run a Kuro Mujou with both of these, and they actually go very nicely in a team up together, let me tell you. And of course, as I said, I don't have anything with a fourth thing of Tomb Guard. I probably should at some point, but it does work very nicely as a crit booster. Oh, and this one is not actually fully skilled up yet. I had actually forgotten that. All right, I recently got him. Okay. So that'll be fun, a nice little side-by-side comparison, and to be honest, it works kind of nicely to have that. So now we move on, of course, to Shiro Mujou. Not the most of biggest attacker, but he's mostly here for his crit damage and his effects. See here, the heal down is quite useful. And, of course, Soul Hunt is pretty fun, too. And, Jesus, stop that. Hands of Hell, I mean, since he has a lot of effects and everything, it's useful to have effect hit on him. At least in my opinion. Of course, Temptress is here to add a little extra to injury. Of course, a speed booster. Love speed boosters, because if you've got his ability, his effects, coupled up with a Temptress's effect of Confuse, and you can hit first turn, that's going to be fun. Now again, he's got a little bit more crit, but he's mostly to do the crit damage. Now, Snowspear's here because of, one, to give him an effect hit booster, but also defense. He's basically relegated to a support role by my standards. But, I mean, that's not a bad thing. He does make very nice support, especially when paired up with his brothers. At least how I run. But yeah, that's going to be probably about it. So, again, now, I've actually decided after the last video to do a final thoughts kind of thing, and I do think Temptress is very good for him. I'm sure there's a lot of people who'd say otherwise. But just adding more things to him to boost his effect hit and give him some extra effects he can cause, I mean, you got crowd control for days right here, which is great, and I love some crowd control. Now, in the case of Kuro Mujou, because again, I have him with a dominantly crit build, and then I have him with a crit build, and then I have him with an attack build. He's very focused on attack and crit. So, to be honest, you could go either way with this. Just as long as you can either have like a 4 crit thing, or a 4 attack thing, just as long as you mix attack and crit up, because that is... Are you grabbing my hand? Why did I say I had a paw? Fine, if I hold you, will you stop interrupting, baby? Good cat. So, as said, attack and crit, as long as you got those boosted on him, I think that works very nicely. Now, in the case of Inugami, again, another attack and crit boosting, but I'd have to say, in my personal opinion, Shadow on him is probably one of the best. Seductress is, again, a close second, but Scarlet is the most fun, in my opinion. But hey, again, that's my opinions, as all these are. So I'm going to leave you now. If you would do the holy trifecta of YouTube down below, the like, comment, subscribe. Leave suggestions. Do you want to see a particular Shiki Soul build? Let me know. And I'll catch you next time. See ya.